It pays to listen. Now, back to Aaron and Mayumi Muller on the Lifestyle Business Owner Show.
Hello, this is Aaron Muller. When it comes to success in life and business, it matters who you take advice from. And that's why I want you to know about my extraordinary wife and co-host, Mayumi Muller. Mayumi is the quintessential cosmopolitan success story. Born in Japan and raised in the United States, Mayumi's Japanese and African American heritage has helped her learn how to connect with people from highly diverse cultures and backgrounds. Following her coursework at the University of Washington, Mayumi pursued a career in modeling, working professionally in major metropolitan areas throughout the United States and Europe. During this time, Mayumi cultivated an elegance, charm, and winning attitude that crowned her Mrs. Washington State in 1995 and landed her less than 5 places away from achieving Mrs. America. Since that time, Mayumi has raised 5 amazing children while attaining to the highest levels of success in every field she's entered: a President's Award-winning real estate agent for John L. Scott for 10 years, the top sales rep of a Fortune 500 company, owner of 8 multi-million-dollar businesses, and the world's #1 trainer in self-running business ownership. Learn the secrets to success in life and business from this amazing woman at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy website, lboacademy.com. That's lboacademy.com. Why build a business when you can build a lifestyle?
Oh, thank you, honey. I love building this empire with you. So now let's get into our LBO segment, and that stands for Lifestyle Business Owner. This is where we talk about how to buy a business, grow your profits, and make it run without you.
Exactly. So today I want to talk about something that we all deal with as business owners, and it's how to deal with different crises that we all come across as business owners, because it's just part of being owning a company, right?
And part of life.
Part of life.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has crises in all kinds of different ways. So let's talk about some of the business crises out there. First one, running out of money. That's the scary thing about business. Sometimes, you might run out of money. Everybody needs capital. You always hear people tell stories about businesses and how they were undercapitalized. So running out of money is definitely a real crisis that can happen.
Yeah, and lack of sales, you know? I mean, right now we're doing good in the economy, and it's like, okay, you're thinking, ooh, I don't have to sell. But lack of sales, that happens. You got to always keep selling, so.
Yeah, I mean, it can go just overnight sometimes with sales. The other thing is losing a good employee. I mean, we're in a market over here in Seattle. I know it's just insane. So you might have a great employee for 10 years, and then all of a sudden one of your competitors or somebody else offers them a job. They decide to leave. Now you're in a situation where you just lost a really good employee.
Right.
What do you do?
It's hard to replace them. Sometimes they're irreplaceable, just because they've been with the company so long.
Nobody's irreplaceable.
Well, but you got to train them and stuff. I get it. But okay. And not being able to hire a key employee, part of lifestyle business owner is making sure that you have key employees in place for your businesses. And that can be scary by not being able to find someone to be in that position.
Yes, not just a typical employee, the key employee.
The key.
Accidents on the job. I mean, this just happened to us, babe. I mean, we have an auto shop that a guy damn near cut his finger off. And it was really a scary situation, and that was a major crisis at that moment.
Right.
Cutting his finger off, emergency room, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. We've had this happen too just recently. Major accidents, accidents within your company.
Why do you remind me of these negative things?
I know. We did have a truck that flipped over because he was trying not to hit something, and he ended up in the ditch. So
he wasn't in the ditch. He fell. It literally fell
sideways,
over. Sideways on the freeway. I-5 freeway.
It was, and you know what? Stuff like that happens.
Oh yeah, definitely. So the other thing that can happen is just losing a large job or a contract.
Right.
That can be considered a crisis, because all of a sudden your business potentially can drop overnight because you lose this big contract that you've been relying on for years or a period of time. Maybe you've hired a lot of employees to deal with that. So that's a scary time when you can lose, big contracts and jobs.
Absolutely. So
go
ahead.
Well, I was going to say, what's the first thing you do when a crisis happens? That's my question here is,
think about it, guys. What do you do when a crisis happens?
What is your reaction? And so you need to identify how you are as a person and how you deal with these crisis situations.
Right.
So my first one would be, do you panic? So
as a panicker?
Yeah, as a kid growing up, my mom was a panicker. So I would watch her, and just anything that would happen that was like bad, oh my God, and freak out. And I hated just watching that reaction always bothered me. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to be calm and cool. I'm not going to be that panicker because you're out of control. You just have no control when you do that. So are you a panicker?
Or do you mentally shut down? There are folks out there that just mentally shut down and they go do other things and they think that, problem's going to go away if I don't address it. Okay. Yes. And, so that's another type of way that some people deal with crisis.
Yeah. We like to call them ostriches. They hide their head in the sand and think that the situation's going to go away. Just so you know, nothing in life goes away.
It sure
None
doesn't.
of your problems will. So try not to be a shut down person.
Address them.
Address it. And then the other thing is, are you going to be, go out there and repair mode? Are you going to be a fixer? A lot of guys are fixers. So we'll go out there and problem happens, you just jump into action.
Yep.
So
find a solution.
That's another way that people handle situations like that. So we want to talk about what's the worst case scenario, what can happen with a crisis. So let's discuss a few things in these categories. So you lose money for a period of time. Your business goes down, you lose money for a period of time. How much money, I don't know. It just kind of depends on your situation. But, is it something that it's going to be detrimental to your business or not? Or are you just going to not be as profitable one year from the next or something like that?
Right.
So,
and that's the worst thing that can happen. Also, you might need to get a loan to cover your bills, right? There might have been a little hiccup in your business and that you overlooked, maybe sales or some of the other items that we talked about. Employee left and, you're having to hire somebody and spend time. You know what? You might have to go and grab a loan somewhere to cover your costs.
Exactly. The other thing is you might end up having to work in your business more. You might have to put more hours in because you're covering for that employee situation where somebody leaves the key person, or you can't find the key person, or you can't find just a regular worker that's been there. All of a sudden, you may need to spend more hours just to get your work done and keep your business operating. So that would be another situation that
and
that would happen.
That would happen, and you've done it before, so you just have to do it again. Or just like in our situation or in some situations we've been in, you might have to pay a fine, You might just pay this amount to not have to deal with going to court or litigation. You just, boom, pay it, and you start your business the next day.
And that would be the fine. The fine is something that can happen because of L&I and different things like that.
Like if somebody got injured.
Yeah, so just know that there's those types of things. Also, there's the worst case scenario.
This is the worst case.
You have to shut your business down. So, nobody ever wants to go there, but that could be one of the worst case scenarios. So let's talk about being proactive and not panicking and all that stuff, making all the negative things come out. You want
to be not
reactive. Don't be reactive, or don't be proactive, or
be proactive.
Be proactive, not reactive.
Exactly.
Definitely. So the key to success in your business is always going to be being proactive because you want to be prepared for any of these crisis situations. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you can be proactive and make sure that you're covered in these.
And things that we've done for all of our companies and we're continuously doing, and even more so now, as we've created redundancy in all of our positions. It's really important to cross-train your employees because if somebody leaves or gets hurt or retires or what have you, guess what? You're not going to have anybody. So really, it's important to create redundancies within all positions and also cross-train so that you're not left in that situation. Don't wait for it to happen. Be proactive and make those corrections now.
Exactly. Another thing is to have a stack of resumes around. So, if you're worried about losing an employee, a situation that might just happen, always categorize all the resumes that you get. And as far as like what you may hire, people that you saw that could be a good fit, but you just don't have room for them at this time, keep those in a file and always go back to them because everyone's situation changes through time. And so you want to make sure that you have something to go off of, not just running a brand new ad looking for somebody because you've maybe interviewed some of these people. Right.
And another proactive advice we could give you is, we talked about if you run out of money or your sales are down, right now everyone's selling and everything's good, but you have to continuously sell throughout the whole process, not just when it's not good. So what we recommend too is just maybe putting aside 5% of your revenues every month, just in case a situation comes up where you're going to have to dip into that. That way, during the bad times, you can dip into that and if there aren't any, which we're hoping for that for every business, then you've just got that extra 5% of your revenues saved.
Into a savings account.
Exactly.
I mean, that was one of my best, probably one of the best advices I ever got as a business owner in the very beginning was, everyone can afford to put 5% of your total revenues, and we're talking like even the sales tax and everything, if you have that in your state, put that just automatically weekly into your bank, your savings account. Don't even think about it as your money. And that's your security. And you can have like a cap out point where it's not going to, you're not just, never spending that money.
Right.
Maybe it's $100,000, maybe it's $50,000, whatever it takes, to get you through a tough time, but you never really know what that is. But if you force that savings, that's a great way because otherwise you might just spend it on a Louis Vuitton like my wife.
Well, I do love Louis
sorry,
Vuitton.
Baby. I didn't mean that.
I do love Louis Vuitton.
Okay. Also, don't stop marketing.
Yes.
Even when the business is booming. This has been something that has allowed me to be very successful in all my companies because I never back off. I'm always advertising. I'm always marketing my companies. I don't care if I'm so slammed, so busy, I can't deal with it, because what happens is my competition thinks like that. They sit there and think that I don't need that business. I'm not going to spend any money on it. I got so much business, I can't handle it, But then the moment something happens and the economy changes, they're dead and I'm still surviving. And they're like, why is this guy still busy, And this is why. It's because I'm never afraid to continue to stop.
You want to do the consistency in marketing is key, even in the good times. And then the last thing really quick is work on lists, and on a daily basis. Make sure you're creating safety manuals and employee manuals and procedures for your companies. Now, stay tuned for our next segment, which is Ask Aaron. Business people all across the world write into us and ask myself and Aaron about the street smarts of small business. If you've missed any of our show today or would like to listen to any of our previous shows, go to lboradio.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can listen to the Lifestyle Business Show anytime, anywhere.
The Lifestyle Business Owner Show continues after this, here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL. Log on to lboradio.com while you listen to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show. Now back to Aaron and Mayumi Muller.
Welcome back. It's Mayumi. And if you want to achieve your goals in life and business, right? Why not learn from someone who was born to be an entrepreneur, someone with the uncommon business sense, the tenacity, and the track record of success to prove it? My husband and co-host, Aaron Muller. As a child, Aaron developed an interest in small business ownership from his family's marina on San Juan Island. From the start, Aaron was driven to seek a business opportunity and attain entrepreneurial success. His very first business venture was catching and selling shrimp at the docks when he was only 10 years old. While his peers were preparing to enter 7th grade, Aaron opened a bumper rental company catering to the San Juan's ample tourist traffic. Aaron's first real job came in high school, but by the time he graduated, he had earned enough to purchase half of the company. Over the past 30 years, Aaron has gone on to start and buy over 20 companies in the Pacific Northwest and now owns 8 multi-million-dollar businesses. Aaron is the world's premier trainer in self-running business ownership and the author of the Lifestyle Business Owner book, which lays out the principles for making a six-figure income by working as little as 5 hours a week. Learn how to achieve your goals from this phenomenal business mind at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy website, where you can learn all kinds of amazing business knowledge. Visit lboacademy.com and take your life in an extraordinary new direction. That's lboacademy.com. Why build a business when you can build a lifestyle?
All right, Mayumi, thank you for all of that. What do you say we get into all of our questions so that we can help some of these listeners out?
Yeah, that would be great. And you know what? I have to do a shout out to you about your book that's coming out here on Kindle, the Lifestyle Business Owner book, right?
Yeah.
So you guys make sure you pre-order your books.
No, you don't even have to, I wouldn't even do that. I just
Don't
buy.
pre-order?
I'd get the Kindle,
audio.
the digital version at not the audio, the digital version at Amazon.com. That's where you're going to be able to get the download, and that's going to be on January 2nd. Yeah.
Right. So that's the Lifestyle Business Owner book, and you can download it on Amazon January 2nd, 2018. That's just right around the corner. So, all right. So let's get to some of these questions. Thank you, all your listeners that we have, for sending in these amazing questions. We really appreciate it, and we love this segment.
Yep,
So,
it helps keep the segment going.
it does. So Roland is from Everett, Washington. His favorite way to follow us is Facebook. He wants to know, how do I find a good salesperson for my business?
That's a great question, and
Yeah.
From what I've experienced, can be very difficult at times. You know, especially if you're a salesperson, a lot of times you get sold by a salesperson. So,
That's
you know,
for
you got to be
sure.
careful with that sometimes. And if, you know, from my experience, I have found great salespeople by really proof, you know, like when they give me, you know, I'll put the ads out there, find people, they come on in just like normal. But I like to know what their past results have been, you know, like what can they come in there and rattle off information to me? It's kind of like when I'm hiring technicians, you know, in my auto shops. You know, I give them a scenario. What is their answer? What's it sound like? So a salesperson, same thing, you know, like how are they able to, you know, rattle off, you know, or what are they going to rattle off? You know,
Their
like
success rate.
their success rate, right? And so that's what I want to hear. But also, I do, you know, I sell, when I get a salesperson, I make sure I hire them on a commission basis so that they're incentive paid. If they want a large salary, then they're probably not going to be that aggressive and not be that great. But some jobs, you know, require having that salary, and that's fine. But, you know, if they're so focused on, if it's a type of position that they could make tons of money being a salesperson, but all they want is that salary, then they're probably not going to be that great of a salesperson, you know.
And, you know, I've always been a salesperson in business development, and I know that I'm definitely incentivized by a lower salary.
Yes.
And then a very aggressive commission structure, because I know that I can sell. So I'll make the money. I don't care if it's a low to no base, as long as the commission structure
It's true.
provides
A
me.
true salesperson doesn't even need a base. I mean, unless they have some, you know, major bills at home, obviously, and you have to start them out. You know, I'm talking
could do
about
like
after
90
about 90
days.
days, right? So if
Absolutely.
you can't get it after 90 days, you're not really doing sales, right?
Yep.
So that's another way I gauge it.
I agree. So thank you so much, Roland, for your question. The next question is from Aaron in Helena, Montana. Favorite way to follow us is Instagram. What kind of business do you think will suffer in the next 10 to 20 years? Okay, that's the first question. And what kind of business do you think will thrive in the next 10 to 20 years?
Well,
That's a
you
good
know,
question.
I think a lot of retail brick and mortar companies are going to struggle. You know, I think it's harder. Like we had the segment today about box stores, and you know, a gentleman had a bunch of five different mattress stores, and that's hard. You know, he's learned a way of doing it, but you know, it does get hard because it becomes a price war out there, and it's harder and harder if your margins are lower and lower, and your expenses, all the retail prices of everything to lease a place are going up. That can be very challenging. So I think retail businesses in general, you know, have been declining.
Yes.
But it's more and more so. And so obviously, you know, we're seeing huge growth in all these type of internet businesses, e-commerce type stuff, digital marketing businesses, things like that. Those are the ones that are thriving and growing like crazy right now because there's this huge need for it. So I feel like, you know, sticking in also still having service businesses, because service businesses are really great, you know, and that's why
we need 'em.
We're in them because you need them.
Yep.
They're not going to go away, and you can't really compare apples to apples. Like, it's not a product that you can go buy somewhere else, because somebody's service and everything they perform on that job really speaks louder than anything else.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much, Aaron, for your question. The next question is from Candace in San Jose, California. Favorite way to follow us is iTunes. So we live in a world where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Big corporations have a huge advantage over small businesses. Big corporations have more money. They can afford to offer the best compensation and hire the best talents. They have more buying power with the suppliers, and they can afford to hire lobbyists to influence politicians. They get state and city governments competing to give them tax incentives. The bigger your business gets, the more advantage you have. Do you see this trending reversing, or is small business a dying breed?
Wow, that's a complicated question.
That
really.
is a great question.
I don't see it, this trend reversing in any way. And I don't see business as a dying breed either, because I think that there's still that need for small business. I think that big business is always going to be favored because it brings in, masses of jobs, and they have the lobbying power and they have the money to pay off, whatever they need to do. And so, they're always going to be there. But
they've always been there too.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, but small business, you just have to start thinking more like a big business. And that's where you're going to thrive, is by thinking more on a corporate side, not being the smallest company out there, not even being, the medium-sized company. You want to be the player in your industry. If you're the player in your industry and you're running your business like a big corporation, you're eventually going to get your business to that level that you want it to be at. But if you're always thinking too small, you'll be a mom and pop and all that, but in the end, the business will not run without you. Medium size, you have the ability to grow and be the player in your industry, and that's what I always say. Try to do that.
And, I also believe that the big box stores, where they can get the buying power. But in the mattress world, you can see that the small business owner can get the same type of buying power as the big box stores.
Be smarter.
And you're not going to get that customer service. I have seen customer service decline significantly in big, not only box stores, but franchise restaurants, big restaurants, chains. You know what? If you get back to customer service, that's what's going to keep people coming to your business as a small business owner. So, Nora in Buffalo, New York, favorite way to follow us is blog. I'm interested in your take on the Republican tax plan that's likely get signed into law. What do you think its impacts are on the economy for small business owners?
Wow. You know what? My answer is actually going to be probably longer than we have. But you know what? Here's the thing is it could potentially, there's some really crazy things about it that make it difficult. But you know what? You know what? We will, Nora, we will get back to you Let's do that next week.
Thank you all for listening to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. If you've missed any of our show, make sure you go to lboradio.com and you can listen to it anytime, anywhere. Again, we want to thank Stewart Patey with Mattress City for joining us today and talking about how to thrive in the retail business. Next week, our guest owns several different companies and we'll discuss how to deal with the many business challenges that we all face. Make sure you submit your questions to Ask Aaron at lboradio.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and The Lifestyle Business Owner. Thank you all for listening and make it a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business with Aaron and Mayumi Muller. You can submit your questions to be answered on the show at lboradio.com. That's lboradio.com. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 for the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, right here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.